And coming in now to join us, our first guest is Alexis Ramirez from the UCLA Bruins. Good morning, Alexis. How are you?
Good morning, you guys. How are you? Good. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Lefty, thank you for being here. For those of you that don't know, her nickname is Lefty. We'll call her Alexis, but Lefty as well. I want to know how you're feeling after advancing to the Women's College World Series yet again, and what was the vibe like after the Bruins beat UCF in two games?
Yeah. Just really excited for the opportunity to go back to Oklahoma City with this group of girls. Our word of the year has just been love, and I think there's just been so much love throughout this year and throughout every game and series. So just getting the opportunity to go back with this amazing group of seniors and getting to end their year in Oklahoma City is just really special. But also just the vibes here in LA were great. The Bruins, Bruin Nation showed up. Easton was just like I've never seen before. And it was really awesome. The alumni that came, the fans, the atmosphere was really great. And just a great series against UCF. They were just we respect every opponent. And it was just really fun to go out there and compete every pitch and just focus on ourselves and, earn the opportunity to go back to Oklahoma City and compete.
Give me love over love bugs every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Exactly.
I got to ask about a stat as I've started to prepare for the World Series and look deeper into UCLA. One of the stats I always track is what we call the response stat, which is scoring right after the opponent. And Alexis, you and your Bruin offense, y'all are as effective as anyone I've seen in America, doing it nearly 65% of the time. What is it about this offense, especially lately? Because there were some stretches in conference play where the opponent would score and y'all would answer every time. Like some weekends, we're talking 8 for 8, 9 for 9. What helps the offense be able to answer back so quickly, no matter who's up in the lineup 1 through 9?
Yeah, I think that first credit to our coaching staff, Coach Lisa, Coach Will, and Coach Misha for just the approach and the plans that we're setting and just the buy-in from our group as a collective offense, from the starting 9 to the hitters that come in off the bench. They're just very committed to the plan and the approach. But also just Coach Lisa's simplicity this year. Just our goal is just touch first base. And I think that really alleviates a lot of stress from, the outcome and trying to do something more than you have to. And just the simple task of just trying to touch first base, whether that's a walk, a hit by pitch, a single, we'll take it however we can get it. And I think that has really just allowed us to really be free and compete. And to your question of like our response, our theme this year is boxing. So just we've watched, a couple Creed movies. So just getting into the ring, our analogy, and just, when you get punched in the mouth, how are you going to respond back? And I think that we can throw punches, but we also have the ability to take punches. And it's all about what you do next. And I think that we do our best to just try to throw jabs here and there and just eventually, just stay in the ring as long as we can.
I got to cut in before Tara asks a question because we know Jordan Woolery, obviously, for those joining the show for the first time, mentioned that a lot of people really like the Michael movie. And I saw in the dugout somebody had the glove. Who was that? Who had the Michael Jackson glove in the dugout?
Yeah. So on pregame on Saturday, Savvy Pola, she brought out these 2 sparkly gloves to BP, and we were going insane. We were like, oh my gosh, this is great. Because we had seen the movie together. So we've just been, off the rails about Michael Jackson. We didn't know how much of an icon he was. So Riley Pinedo and one of our freshmen, Jasmine, they had the gloves on the whole game, just bringing the energy, bringing the dugout, like in the dugout. It was so much fun. And, we got the Michael gloves, we got the butter, we got all these different sellies. So it's just a lot of fun. The vibes are really high.
The shenanigans in the dugout continue for UCLA. I can tell you that they've been going on for a long time. I love that. And I want to ask you about the defense. I know we talk a lot about offense and the UCLA Bruins, but for you, I know that there are some Bruin fans that have asked this on the message boards, Bruin Online, asking about who calls pitches. And we're asking, does the catcher call pitches? Does Kelly I call pitches? Is it Lisa? What has that process been like for you? I see you punching in on there. Are you calling pitches? And what does a typical bullpen look like for you working with those pitchers?
Yeah. So just the bullpen is our strength, and I think that we work really closely with Coach I, Coach Rob, Coach Lisa as well, and um, I think we study really hard, and I'm very honored. And me and Coach I have the trust and the ability to call games together, and I'm not out there alone. Like we watch a lot of film. Me and Coach I talk pregame, postgame, about hitters, how we're going to attack people, and with Taylor Tinsley. She has a lot of input on, she's the one delivering the pitch and she's the pitcher. So, she has a lot of input on what she wants to do and how she wants to go at people. And we take all that into consideration. So, yes, I do have the big privilege of calling pitches, but also Coach I steps in a lot. And even just this past weekend during UCF, there was a couple times where things got maybe the situation got a little bigger, or it was just we've seen them like 6 or 7 times that they've had an at bat. So just having Coach I step in and call pitches, and I think our ability to work together as a team and to plan has really been our greatest strength, and that goes for the entire bullpen. With Bryn and Sid and Natalie, just being able to work together and be, our camaraderie in the bullpen is very strong, and just being able to trust each other, and whoever comes in or whoever's calling pitches, they're going to go out there and execute and have confidence in what's being called.
I've heard this question asked to Coach I a lot in the post-game pressers, so I'll ask you. You might have been asked it as well, but what is the biggest difference as someone who knows her very well, not just as a teammate, but I'm sure as a friend, that you've seen in Taylor Tinsley from that first game against Cal Baptist to the rest of the NCAA tournament? Because the response from her has been remarkable.
Yeah. Taylor is just a competitor like no other, just on the field. She just has that fight in her that, it takes to be a great pitcher as she is. And she just got back to her rhythm and to her flow, and she really focused in and honed in on herself. And I think that was so amazing to see. As the catcher, I have the best view. So just getting to watch her find her routine and her rhythm and get to the back and take a deep breath and get on the mound and set, just the conviction in her eyes was just it's postseason Taylor Tinsley. And I think, as a friend off the field, just being there for each other through the good and the bad, no matter what. And we're very tight. And I think that's why our relationship on the field works so well, because we're more than just teammates. I don't just call pitches and she doesn't just deliver them. We have a really relationship grounded in love and trust. And I think that's why we are so successful on the field together.
Oh, I love that. Last one for me. I know how big it is to have the alumni in the stands and how much that means when you are a Bruin. What was that like to see all of the alumni cheering and just giving their all for this team?
Yeah. I mean, the first row of Easton is pretty close to the field. So you can really hear the alumni, and the group of alumni that was there was alumni that we had the privilege of playing with, like Aaliyah Jordan and Bree Perez. So just getting to hear them be so close, like Maya Brady, like they were truly just so supportive, and they were, riding for us in ways that, we couldn't even imagine. And it's a blessing to know that the Bruin bubble, through all the ages and decades, they're here supporting us. And it's just a reminder that, the alumni of this program built this legacy, and, we're playing for something so much bigger than us. And, to win for, the Bruins in the four letters is to win for all those that have come before us. So just to have them there and supporting us is it's so awesome. And, all the fans of Easton that travel everywhere we go and come, it's just really a blessing to have them by our side.
Before we let you go, what is the plan? Because you're obviously not there yet. There's a giant picture of UCLA in the background. So when are you leaving for OKC? What's the travel itinerary this week?
Yeah, we are gonna leave on the bus in about an hour. And then we'll head to the airport, and I think we arrive around 5 or 6. So today is our travel day. So we'll arrive, get a good meal in, and then we'll start training tomorrow when we get to OKC. So we look forward to it.
Love it. Wonderful. Alexis Ramirez from UCLA. Congratulations on a great run in the postseason. Enjoy Oklahoma City. I know you've been there before, and I also know it never gets old. Best of luck this week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Lefty,
Amazing.
Alexis Ramirez from UCLA.